Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Now, this is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break it down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. I told my date to be ready by 1900 hours and she wasn't, so I left her. Hey bro, am I wrong for leaving my date because she wasn't ready? You might not be wrong, but you definitely ain't right. I'm an Army vet just like you, bro. Thanks for your service, bro. And we were taught that early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable. Oh, okay, yeah, you talking like that, you definitely served. So I met this woman. What's her Instagram? Nah, it's for market research purposes and whatnot. We exchanged numbers, which led to me asking her out on a date, which she said okay. She gave me her schedule and I planned the date just perfectly so that we could see the sunset as we ate dinner at this restaurant by the beach. I bet he done Googled the time of sunset and the distance from her house to the restaurant. I told her she needed to be ready at exactly 6:45 to make our reservations on time. I knew it. Stay alert, stay alive. She said okay and laughed. I know women can be slow sometimes, so I even gave her a 5-minute grace period, but I didn't tell her that. That's also what you got to do with black people as well. It's called CP time. I arrived at her house at 6:35 and I told her that I was outside when she was ready. She said, okay, give me 10 minutes. Translation, I just put on lotion and it'll be another 25 minutes at least. 6:50 rolled around and I just left her. Nah, that's nasty work, but I think I'm here for it. She texted me at 7 o'clock and said, where are you? I don't see your car. I told her she didn't respect my time, so I left and went to the restaurant. Like this video if you think he's wild as shit. She could feel free to meet me there, but I wasn't waiting on her after I specifically told her she needed to be on time. My man's is a full bird colonel in a punctuality police precinct. She called me an asshole. That's fair. And said she dodged the bullet because she didn't want to be with a controlling man. Is she right or was I right? Bro, you are out the military now. Knock all that phonetic alphabet and that military time off, bro. Shorties don't want to hear. You hitting her with the, I'll be there at 1845, be square. Nah, bro. Women don't operate like that. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted her to be out the house at 6:45, you should have told her be ready at 6:30. That's what you should have said. You'd rather be like, oh, I'm running a little bit late, traffic, than be sitting there and you know the schedule is what it is. Women are going to be late, bro. This is not the Army, man. You got your DD-214, knock it off. Get up out of there, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, I know you're feeling, because I be talking to people in the military terms too. Yo, that early is on time is late is unacceptable. That's one of my favorite phrases. I say that all the time. I use it on my daughter. I be using it on girls I'm talking to. They be looking at me crazy like, okay, so I'm 10 minutes late. I be like, yeah, man, you don't, 10 minutes could be life and death. That's how we be looking at it because they burned that into our brains, but now you a civilian, bro. You dating women. You out in the real world, they're gonna be late. There's traffic, there's accidents. They gotta do makeup, they gotta do hair, they gotta smell good. They gotta make sure they got the bra straps tucked in, right? Man, they go through way more to get ready than you or I. So I understand your willingness to make it on time to the reservation, punctual. But guess what? You're not leaving any room for any error. What if you planned it exactly like that, but then it was an accident on the way to the date? Then it's ruined. Who you gonna blame then? So you got to have some cushion, man. Give her some grace. I mean, it's over. She's out. She already called you an asshole. And I don't want to say you're controlling, but the fact that you was like, yeah, you can meet me here. Like, you can Uber here if you want, but I'm not waiting on you. I wouldn't want to even be around you at that point. Like, how's the rest of the date going to go? She going to get there, oh, so sorry, I was running late. Just got off the Uber. Did you order drinks already? Like, she going to go there and be like, yo, you're a piece of shit. Why would you leave me? Like, you didn't even text her being like, yo, ETA, what's up? Oh, I'm so sorry. I had to get my blouse out the dryer. It was wrinkled a little bit. You don't know what was going on, bro. You just left. No communications. Honestly, to me, it sounds like you didn't really want to be on a date with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have been attracted to her, I don't know, but you felt like if she's not following your every single rule, then she can't be in your life, which is crazy. Because again, when it comes to time constraints, things happen. You told her she needed to be out at 6:45. You gave her 5 minutes. So let's say 6:50. She called you at 7. So essentially, she was really only 10 minutes late. 15 according to you, okay, cool. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If I tell a woman to be ready at a certain time and she's only 15 minutes late, I'm thankful. Because I already know women be 30, 40 an hour late I've had it happen to me countless times. So if I know it's something I have to be somewhere specifically on a certain time, I'm getting ready at her house or she's at my house. And I'm like, hey, yo, hurry up, let's go. I'm coaching her through it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you're kind of an asshole, you know what I'm saying? She's definitely not wrong at all. Like, she didn't do anything wrong. She was 10 minutes late. Oh, whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? So what? Ain't the end of the day, bro. You ruined a perfectly good night all because you wanted her to be on your schedule. Now, I will say this because I've been in this situation before. If you guys were together for a long time and you've established dominant leadership in that relationship to where you tell her something, she just listens and learns. I mean, she just listens because she's learned that you are someone she can trust. Then it'd be a little bit different. She doesn't know you. So you're saying be ready at 6:45. She's like, all right, cool. No one's ever just pulled off on her before. So yeah, you are kind of an asshole. You should at least text her and be like, hey, look, I said 6:45. I had this perfect night plan. Like, I'm gonna take off because now we're not gonna make it on time. Something like that. She might have been like, oh, hold on, I'm running out right now. Might have just grabbed their shoes and put them on in the car. I don't know, bro. I just think you are a little bit of an asshole. I think you got to get like therapy or something to get reacclimated back into civilian life because you're definitely like right off the firing line right now and you got to stay alert, stay alive. My little brother crashed my whip and now he's refusing to pay for the repairs. I let my little brother use my car and he backed into a parked car, then left. Confessing to the hit and run is crazy. He must have backed up fast as hell because my car had a nice amount of damage. Nah, my boy thought he was Dominic Toretto in his sister's Altima. I told him accidents happen and I'll just get it taken care of. So I get the estimate from the body shop and they tell me it's going to be $27.50 to fix. Like this video if you think the auto body is full of shit. I gave it to my brother and he said, what's that for? Nah, he ain't asked you that. Your brother might have amnesia from the accident. I said, the car you damaged, don't play dumb. I don't think he was playing at all. He said, no, I know that, but I thought you were going through an insurance company to get it fixed and I was going to pay the deductible. You thought wrong, fam. Cash her out. I said, hell no, I don't want my premium to go up because of you. He said, all you got to do is say that someone hit the car and ran and you won't be at fault. First the hit and run, now insurance fraud. Stay alert, stay alive. So your insurance won't go up at all. I don't want to use my insurance because I know it's going to go up despite what he says. He said either take the deductible money or don't take anything, but I'm not paying out of pocket for no reason. Nah, there was definitely a reason, homie. The reason was you hit the car. Am I being unreasonable or should he respect my wishes for how I want to pay to get my car fixed? All right, I see both sides of the story, right? From your brother's perspective, he's thinking, yo, your deductible's $500. This bill was almost 3 stacks. If you was driving a car and you backed into something or somebody hit you or something like that, you wouldn't be paying the $3,000. You'll be telling the insurance company somebody hit your car and you'll be paying $500. And your brother is right. If somebody hits your car and takes off, your premium won't go up because that's not an at-fault accident. Your premium only goes up when you're at fault. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes the premium will go up like if you move to a different neighborhood who has like historic, like a statistically higher crime rate, stuff like that. But when it comes to solely based on accidents, your insurance doesn't go up for things that are not at fault. So him saying, yo, I came out, somebody hit my car, I don't know who did it, that's not gonna make your insurance go up. But he knows that, he's right about that. So the fact that he's like, yo, let me give you the $500, tell them somebody hit your car, they'll get it fixed, all is well, ends well. I messed up. You said it was an accident, and accidents happen. But I also see your side of it too. You like, yo, when you use my car, you're responsible for it now. So however I choose to want to get the car fixed, if I don't want to go through insurance, maybe you want to take it to your man so he fix it and it don't get dinged on a Carfax. I can see that side of it where you're like, yo, if I take it through the insurance company, it's definitely going to show up on the Carfax. So now when I go to trade it in, they're going to be like, oh, this got one previous accident. I don't want that showing up. I want my man, homie, cuz down at the body shop who do all my work to do it where it ain't going to show up on the Carfax. You need to pay it the $27.50. I let you use my car. You had an accident. Now it's on you. So I see both sides of them, be honest. You're definitely not wrong, and he definitely not wrong for his thought process, but both of you have a side of it that the other one's not considering. Maybe you don't want it to be on the Carfax, and he's not considering that. And maybe you're not considering that he don't want to have to spend another $2,200 extra dollars to get your car fixed because he already got the $500 and insurance will fix it. Because then even if it's $27.50, they might start peeling some stuff off. Oh, you need this too. Now it's at 5 bands. Now you can't go through insurance. Now he got to come up with 5 bands. Maybe you don't got it. Maybe he's telling you like, yo, I don't even have that. I got the 500. So I think y'all are brother and sister. Y'all need to have a conversation and be like, yo, this is what's going on. Maybe you work something out where he'd give you, a stack right now, and you come out your own pocket if you got it to get the car fixed. Then he make payments to you or whatever. So you get your way, he gets his way, but y'all both feel like y'all lost a little bit in the argument. You know what I mean? Because you had to pay out of your pocket and wait on him, but he still had to pay. I don't know. It's a tough situation. I know if I let somebody use my car and they get hit or they hit somebody and they can get away to the point where nobody reports it, like nobody knows it happens, I'm just going to report it to insurance. Yo, somebody hit my car, man, while I was parked, came out and seen the damage. I'm gonna have him pay the deductible and go about my day. I'll worry about the Carfax thing later. That's just me though. So I think you and your brother need to have a conversation and a level-headed conversation. And maybe you bring up some of these talking points that I'm saying to him, and then maybe you take and consider some of the things I'm saying as well, and y'all resolve it like that. I don't think you want to ruin y'all relationship as brother and sister over something that small, because guess what? If you or your brother passed away today, God forbid, neither one of y'all will be thinking about that $3,000. That wouldn't even matter to you. You would be like, oh, we'll pay the $3,000, the $2,750 over 10 times if I could just have my brother back, if I could have my sister back. So that's a meaningless, insignificant amount of money to ruin sibling relationship over different point of views. So just have a conversation and just try to work it out. And I hope it all works out for the best. But let the nigga pay the deductible. All right, come on. He's a little brother. Stay alert, stay alive. My best friend left me stranded when I needed him the most. So Mike, one of my close friends was going through a tough time and couldn't catch a break to save his life. So a few times I came through for him when he needed me. Hey, yo, pause. Because him needing you sounds insane. Whether it was money or a ride or whatever, I always helped him. He ended up back on his feet and he's doing well now. Recently, I got into a car accident. Stay alert, stay alive. And was out of work for a few months, so money was tight, but I made it work. I'd have been on every benefit in the book while my back was busted. I just got back to work and my car broke down. Now I can't afford a rental car on top of the repairs as well. First your back was broke, now your car is broke? Nah, that's nasty work. So I asked my boy, was he able to take me to work and pick me up for the next few days till I got my car back? And he said no, because I like to sleep in. He'd have been sleeping in the emergency room had he faded me like that. And I gotta be to work too early. Like this video if you think the friend is a piece of shit. I said, okay. Wasn't too tired to come borrow money from me a while back, or too tired to ask me for a ride either. Nah, asking for him to ride you is absolutely insane. Pause again. But it's all good. Then he said I was a sorry ass friend and I only did those things so I could throw it back in his face later on. Hey, yo, pause a third time. Because throwing it back in your face is an extra splash of sass, my boy. I did it because he's my friend and I don't count favors, but come on, I ain't forgetting about favors either. The crazy thing is the money, quote unquote, borrowed, he never even paid me back and I let it slide. Is this a friendship that could be salvaged, or is it a wrap and I should just count my losses and keep it moving? So here's how I view all friendships, relationships of all kinds, whether it's family, females, whatever, your boys, any kind of relationship. Relationships need to be mutually beneficial. Not equally beneficial, but mutually beneficial. Now, if you'd have asked your friend to do the exact same thing for you that you did for him, and he said he couldn't do it, that wouldn't be grounds for any type of like debt in the friendship, because you would be seeking a friendship that's equally beneficial. He might not be able to match what you did for him. Y'all may be in two different positions in life where for you, that was easy to cover, but for him, he can't do it. Now, you was there for him where he needed something. Now he can be there for you when you need something, even though it's a lot smaller than what you did for him, and he's not willing to do that. That means the friendship is not mutually beneficial. That means he only benefits from the friendship. You don't benefit at all. So those kind of friendships, I got to dead immediately. Because I look at something and say, listen, you didn't have that energy when you was asking for rides, when you was borrowing money, when you was sleeping on my couch, when you was doing all this stuff. You wasn't too tired to get up and do that. You wasn't too tired to come meet me to get the money you needed. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't too tired to never pay me back. Now the fact that I need you to just take me to work and drop me back, and pick me up, and you say, oh, you get up too early, I be trying to sleep in. That person is selfish, he's opportunist, and he's using you. But guess what? I wouldn't take it personal though, because this person is probably just like that. He's gonna do that to anybody he can get over with. He took your kindness for weakness and said, okay, cool. I'll let that go. You keep the money, cut my losses, it's over. But what I like to do with any type of situation I'm in, and it may be just me, you know what I'm saying? So you can take this with a grain of salt. Any relationship, friendship I'm in, when there's some type of dilemma or not altercation, but just any kind of friction or between us, I like to have a conversation with it about it. You know what I mean? I don't like to just be like, oh, well, he did this or she did this. I'm just going to dead him and not say nothing. Nah, I like to communicate and say, yo, listen, you did this. And I feel some type of way about it because you're supposed to be my man, blah, blah, blah. Or shorty, I've been doing this. I've been taking you out. I've been doing this. I asked you for one thing. You can't do this. Like, I feel some type of way about that. So I'm just here to let you know, like, this is how I feel. Are you willing to work on that? Or should we just go separate ways? Because I like to address the issue and talk about it instead of just not speaking. Because a lot of times I learned this the hard way. I had a friend who cut me off. I didn't even know about it. Had an issue with me for months. Never even told me. I'm still thinking this is my man. I'm texting, yeah, it was good, bro. I was thinking about you and me back and shit whenever you get a minute. Never hearing nothing back. And then I would kind of forget about it. And then months later, I found out he got an issue with me. He didn't tell everybody but me. So if he would have just came to me initially and been like, yo, this is the problem I got, I'd have been like, bro, you're wrong. Here's the reality of what you think. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay. And then that would have been resolved right then and there. But because he didn't say nothing, it lingered on for months. He's mad at me. I don't even know nothing. So you might just stop talking to your boy. He thinking y'all cool. He thinking you laughed off the fact that he want to sleep in. Because some people are just so immersed in their own lives, their own world, that they don't take a step back and look at how other people are being affected by their actions or their behavior. So what he thinks might be a joke or whatever, you taking it serious. You ready to end the friendship because you feel like you being shady. He thinking probably like, oh, it'll be all right. Again, have the conversation with him, express how you feel. But if that's the person that continually does stuff like that, that's not a person you want to be friends with because the friendship only benefits him and not you. And it needs to be mutually beneficial. Remember that. Not equally beneficial, but mutually beneficial. So that's my advice to you, man. I hope it works out. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy, and I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment and let me know what advice you would have gave them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter in the email provided below, and I'll make sure I read it on a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.